Hello everyone, this is Giovanni Zanini and I'm here today to share with you about my financial analysis for Australian hardware. Start talking about details of the company. It's an Australian domestic hardware chain. CEO is holding green white and the company is committed to provide everyday low prices to customers, product quality, expert services, community engagement, and environment responsibility. Our way of doing business, there's a very nice phrase of one of the owners which says, "We don't sell really cheap hammers. You can buy a cheap hammer elsewhere. We sell the singular experience of buying just the right tool for today's needs." It's actually a very clever vision of company. It says, in this nowadays marketed with lots of Chinese product and very cheap tools for IT and hardware, they make a difference just producing and dealing with a good tool for the right need. You might have to pay a little bit more for this, but that's actually worth what you. It's an Australian company, and it's really looks for like customer satisfaction. The company is located in New South Wales, precisely in Wollongong. It's a side coast of New South Wales, a little south of the state, and that's one of the most iconic stores of hardware, Australian hardware, and it promotes the best practice of approaching all of operations aspects. Uh, Australian hardware values ethical and compliant practices, not only in this store but in all of the others, and the highest level of service to all stakeholders. Vision. The success of Australian hardware depends on our people. They really value all of the employees and put people first. When you get Once you get your people really motivated, you're gonna get success in all aspects of the business. Then the second one, we continue to improve ourselves in the work we do. It's actually very clear. So when you do it great, you're gonna keep doing it, improving and getting better every day. We believe that commitment to uncompromising values and integrity should always guide our decisions and actions as we pursue our goals. That's basically ethical and integrity. When you work based on compromise and values, you always get your how can I say your goals and your values in time. Mission. Australian Hardware provides the finest hardware, gardening materials, and building materials from Australia and worldwide. Australian Hardware is committed to providing value to customers and merchants with low prices every day, product quality, specialized service, community involvement, and environment responsibility. Then requirements of the business, we're gonna see activities will be conducted ethically. All activities will reflect the strategic objectives of the company. The activities will be carried out in addition to achieving the objectives and the financial references of the current business plan. Then we're gonna see some main requirements for opening and maintaining an Australian business, which are an ABN, an Australian business number, the tax on goods and services, GST, tax file number, TFN, and we've got fair trading, privacy act, anti-building laws, and diversity laws as well. Then financial perform overall, we've got check, payroll, petty cash, and deposit money and total cash on hand. There are no significant problems. Then we've got an expected amount of cash thrower. Equity ratio with difference was approximately $198,000 Australian dollars. And the current year earnings also had a low result as per our um, resolution and find outs in the project. Then my recommendation is stay tuned for this unexpected cash thrower, as well the reasons for dropping the current year earning. Then we've got profit and loss statement. We had an increase in sales of timber and hardware, exceeding the initial expectation. Another point would be the expenses with marketing were compatible and depreciation was higher, but still within the expected. We've got also insurance according with no projections, and no 700 Australian dollars was found and not specified in other fees. Important increase in the value of wages is employees' expenses. Water consumption also increased significantly with no apparent reason. And then the conclusion for this loss statement and profit was we might review the reasons for increasing the spent amount on staff and make sure everyone is aware of the water use. Talking about the cash flow, we found out net income from cash flow for operating activities was expected at $232,078,000, and it was actually just $153,940. Then we've got an increase in GST collected, also noted. We've got sales increasing, which is great. The net cash flow for operating activities was expected at a higher amount, which was 236,000, and it was actually just 145. Cash at the end of the period was expected at $737,000, and it was significantly lower at $647,000, which reflected the final value of $25,000 in increase for the period. Then the conclusion for cash flow would be check the value in operating activities. Then we've got a budget revision of wages and salaries, water and resources reduction, material in stock, and cash thrower usage. We also proposed that financial software to change the previous one that they were having some issues and problems. The recommended one was Wise, which is an ERP software that manages the accounting, also payroll, bank feeds, inventory, CRM, and more in just one software, one place. So it's pretty easy to use. And it's got also a clever cloud tech, which is a technology that the company can access anywhere, anytime, and from any device. We're talking about laptops, also iPads, mobile phones. It's pretty practical and pretty easy. What we could get with this, customize it for Australian business. So it's an Australian software, really thinking in Australian business, backed in industry expertise, housed in secure Australian data centers protected by rigorous security. And we've got seamless integration with Microsoft tools and platforms. That's pretty much most of the companies, they've got Microsoft tools, programs, and software, so it could be adapted and easily linked on it. Then we've got real-time reporting, powerful insights, and forecasting. And the last but not least point would be affordable subscriptions. It's a very important point because we're talking about money and profits. So if it's a very expensive software, we need to take much longer for paying it and get it amortized. I mean, like we need to have something affordable to fit the expenses in the company. Also fixed. It's got a fixed scope setup options, and you can add things as the company grows. Some more recommendations would be customer service improvement, which is also needed. Environment responsible, be more aware of environment issues, recycling, and all of the um, environment points. Then we've got quality standards, increase a bit of standards in quality and services, and also operational costs. That was pretty much my resolution. Thank you for being with me, and hope you had a great time. Thank you very much.